blockchain bets.
So if you're anything like us, we like to look at what has the most opportunity to go up across a given week. And given that we are in the first week of December after a miserable week in the market, we are going to give you our 6 picks for this upcoming week, what has some really great opportunity and upside in 3 different categories. We're going to give you each picks in the blue chip category, which is any coin that is currently sitting in the market cap from number 1 to number 50. Then we're going to give you each of our picks from the mid cap zone, which is market cap number 50 to 300. And then last but not least, the place where we like to play the most, the DJ and Casino. Any coins from market cap number 300 all the way down to however many coins there are in existence right now. Richard, what would you like to choose for your blue chip this week?
So it's interesting. We keep talking about it, and then for my DJing pick, I had to learn more about it. And my pick this week is going to be Avalanche. So Avalanche, now that I've done more research into it and actively still learning more about it, has a ton of upside. Like an outrageous amount of upside. Like they really are just trying to be an interoperability play where you can have pretty much any kind of crypto, regardless of the initial um, blockchain system ecosystem that it's built on top of. Be able to come into its ecosystem, bridge, still give some liquidity and ways to get into a ton of different projects that are out there, and then even have you offboard onto whatever end ecosystem that you want to. Again, I'll get to a little bit later why I learned as much as I did about Avalanche. But again, there's a ton of upside to this. I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand it because it is hard. It is a difficult platform to get on and understand the first time you try to get on. But after you get on and you get the hang of it, it is very robust. And again, it has a ton of upside. It took a hit in the last week with all the corrections, so might be a solid time to find an entry point.
Yeah, the big word there that I want to make sure we return to later, and I think we should probably cover it in a crypto decrypted in the future, is the interoperable word. Avalanche is creating a really unique multi-chain system. It's not just, interoperable thinking that you can spray and pray, like that type of idea that like you could literally just shoot it out in any number of different directions. Avalanche goes about it uniquely by deploying 3 chains. One that's for exchanges, one that's for protocols, and then one that is for um, general wallet to wallet, so like typical interaction. It's really interesting. I think it's a great pick, Richard. You stole it from me again this week, which I think is hysterical. So that being said, I decided to go in a different direction with my blue chip. I went down the list and decided that there is one coin that got absolutely schmacked during this pullback, and that was the exchange token that is known as FTX token, which trades ironically under FTT. FTX token is the official token of the FTX exchange, which is a centralized exchange that you may know from the likes of Mr. Samuel Bankman Fried. Um, Honestly, they have the most aggressive marketing of any centralized exchange out there. And from what I can tell, they have a ton of institutional backing, like a ton. There's no reason that FTX can't be up there with the likes of Binance by the end of this next cycle. I expect that they're going to rise up out of the 40s and likely into the top 20 by the end of this cycle. So it'll be
Wow.
interesting to see how they move. That's my personal bet. I think there's a lot of money to be had in terms of return with FTX. But let's look at your mid cap, EOS.
So EOS is my pick. I used to be very bullish on EOS a couple years ago, but they've kind of disappointed me with deployment of all the things that they're trying to do. So of late, they've started to get a couple more partnerships. They're starting to get a lot more of their developers back on board, get us kind of a centralized, focused on what they're trying to get accomplished. And so, just from um, fundamental standpoint of understanding what they're trying to build, what they're trying to accomplish, they are starting to get some things going again, which is nice. But then also from a technical standpoint, again, another one that got hammer it in, I think is right on the cusp of having a breakout soon. So that's one that I'm watching pretty closely, and I think could have a pretty substantial week coming up. So EOS is my pick.
I'm not going to add much on that one. I used to be bullish on EOS and they burned me bad. So I wish
For
you
a lot
good
of
luck,
people.
sir.
Thank you.
I wish you good luck because my pick is going to smack yours in the face this week. I'm picking Immutable X. Immutable X is a layer 2 scaling solution that's built on ZK rollups, which happens to be one of the emerging trends at the end of this current market cycle. I personally think that how it is serving the market is massively needed. I've spoken about it on a couple of different episodes. It is really targeting the NFT market and trying to provide a scaling solution that is just built for NFTs. It would take a huge amount of load off the Ethereum network, but they're doing some really incredible stuff over there. I would highly recommend you check it out. They got down to, I think, $5.10 on the last hit. They were up at $9 before. And I promise you, this project is a top 25 project by the end of next cycle. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it really rip and do some big things. But that kind of brings me to the end of my mid cap pick and also into a toss up because I know what you picked for DJ and Casino, Rich. And
Yep.
I'm in a toss up right now because I have some, dry powder on the side to put into a project right now. And I'm actually between Immutable and your pick for the DJ and Casino. So let's get into your DJ pick and you'll understand why.
My Deegan pick is going to be Wonderland, aka Time. So, in life, when you hear things in threes, or when you hear things multiple times in a short amount of time from multiple people that you respect and trust, it's a gift from the universe to let you know it's something you need to pay attention to. And so I had multiple people in a short amount of time hit me up on Wonderland Time saying, "Hey, you need to look into this. You should find a way to get in." So, for those of you who don't know, you can go on Wonderland Time and they have one of the highest APYs I have ever seen. So, right now, I think it's sitting around like 73,000 APY. And yes, I know that sounds outrageous. It used to be higher. It used to be 86 about a week ago. And they even have a calculator on there that if you buy a certain amount of time of how much it would be worth, you can either put present value of today, a value in the future. If the APY goes down, you can run all these different equations, and you can get an understanding of what your money could be worth in a time horizon. And so when I did all this stuff, I was like, "There's no way this can't be real." So I was doing research with Steve the other night, and I was like, "Dude, we need to find a way to do this." So again, why I learned about Avalanche was because the only way that you can get into time is to have an Avalanche wallet set up and to go through the process of converting your money to and from Avalanche using some other dexes on top of Avalanche, and then ultimately getting time that you then stake on this APY. Now, I will say that I personally, when they put some of the numbers out there, and after you understand what's going on, they say basically every 5 days what you can expect yield wise to do, and I can confirm that that number is real. So I'm not going to put much more past that. I just want to confirm that some of the numbers that they have on their website are at this moment extremely real. And because of that is why I'm picking this, that this could be one of the greatest short-term plays. If it can hold and sustain itself in the long run, it could also be a long-term play, but I'd say in a short-term horizon, whether it's this week or for the next month to 3 months, could be easily one of the fastest ways for you to get a massive ROI on a solid amount of money. So, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Look into it. There's a lot of videos on how to set it up. There's a lot of videos on what it is. It's worth your time. I'm gonna use that pun to look this up.
I think the word that we're looking for here is silly.
It is, dude. It's dumb.
Dude, it's a
I thought it was
joke.
fake. I thought it was,
Yeah.
dude. I still, I don't need more because I can verify. But like, it felt so fake. I didn't want to do it. So even the first time I heard, I was like, dude, this is a joke. It's not real. Then I heard it the second time. I was like, dude, this is a joke. It's not real. Then I heard it the third time. I was like, okay, it might be real. You might just got to hear it a couple times before you're like, this thing might be real. I'm letting y'all know. I'm letting y'all know because I've witnessed it. I've witnessed it. This thing right now at this present moment is very real. Now again, It comes with its own risk. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm just letting you know that the APY that they have on that website, I've witnessed firsthand and can verify that what they're saying on that website at this present moment is actually happening.
You're getting 9% a week.
Every 5 days.
9% a week.
Every 5 days.
God, it's crazy. If you would like another DJ casino pick, I don't know if you do at this point because Wonderland Time seems to be the focus right now. But if you are looking for another DJ casino pick, let me introduce you to Boson Protocol. Boson is basically trying to create an e-commerce platform within the metaverse. I'm going to keep it very simple for you and leave it at that. I don't need to give you much more other than the fact that it's at a really attractive price point. It is roughly around $100 million market cap. That is right in the prime zone that I look for in the DJ casino. I want to make sure that that thing can get an absolute rocket launch of potential up to 500, up to 750. And Boson has all of the makings of it. It's really, really well done. Highly recommend you check it out. But that's going to wrap up blockchain bets for us this week. We had 6 great picks for you, just like every week we have here for you on Cryptocurrent Live. If you want more of these picks, come back and join us. Subscribe to the channel. We do these picks every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and they're always so fresh. They're so good.
So great.
Tonight you had Avalanche, AVAX, you had FTX token, FTT, EOS, which is EOS, Immutable X, which trades under IMX, Wonderland, which trades under Time, and then Boson Protocol, which trades under Boson, BOSON. There is nothing else to say for blockchain bets. Let's close this thing out with what you need to watch for in the week ahead.